Hey there creative mind, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you are here. Today we are diving into one of the most stylish and functional detail in fashion design. I will be showing you step by step how to sew it clean and professionally. So whether you are looking to elevate your pieces or sharpen your sewing skills, this is one detail you will definitely want to master. And don't forget to drop a comment and also subscribe to this channel. So firstly, I started by creating a quick sketch for the pocket design, so take a good look at it. The next thing now, the pocket width will be 3.5, then I'll be dividing it by 3. The first division will be 1.5 inch, while the middle part, I will just leave about 0.75 inch. Then the remaining width will be 1.25 inch. So joining all this now to give you 3.5 inch. So the first width, which is 1.5 inch, I'll be adding half inch, which will make it 2 inch in total. Then here I marked it now, and I'll be cutting it through. Then I rolled it, just watch closely. Then now I cut it through. Then the next width now, the middle width of the pocket design, after cutting this 1.5 inch, the middle width is 0.75 inch, and I'll be adding half inch, which will make it 1.25 inch. You understand? After removing the 1.5 inch and the middle width, we are left with 1.25 inch as well. But that last allowance, the last part of the measurement, I won't be adding any allowance, which makes it, I'll be cutting 1.25 inch for both the middle part and the last side of the pocket design. You understand? Don't worry, just stay with me and you understand the process. So here now, I rolled it. After rolling it now, I cut it through. So now, this part I'll be using it for both the middle side of the design and the last side of the design. Just watch and see. Now I measured about 4.5 inch. Then I rolled it carefully. So here now, I cut it through. So now you can see how it turns out. So now I will be aligning it together with the bigger side here, just so as to make sure it's 4.5 inch the length. So I'll be cutting it the same way. So now the whole length is 4.5 inch here. So now to create the design, I place this part overlapping it with 0.5 inch. You remember we added 0.5 inch as allowance. So now this top part, I bring it down with half inch. Yeah. So I rolled it. Then I cut it through now. Then at this side, I marked 0.75 inch. Then at this top part, just 1/4 inch. Just follow me through and understand the process. So now I cut this part. Then I cross-check it now on top of it. Then I brought back the other side and I overlap it with 0.5 inch again. Just overlapping it with the allowance I added, you understand? So now, watch and see what I'll do here. So now I mark the point where that one stopped. And from that point, I bring it down with 0.75 inch again. Then I extend it and I rolled it. So you can see how it is. Just observe what I'm doing here. And I reduce 0.25 inch there, just to create the angle shape, you understand? So now as you can see now, so I just cross-checked it and something seemed to be missing. So yeah, I adjust the shape there again, so as to make it to be balanced, you understand? So as you can see now, following the design at display now, you see something is missing here too. So I need to add the allowance of that middle part, you understand? This middle design, I'll just add about 1/4 inch again at the back side. Just observe and see what I'm doing. Then I cut it. You can see I added the 1/4 inch here, so I cut it again. So now I'll be using this one I cut. So I place it again to cross-check it. So here now, it gave me what I'm looking for now. So I head on to iron it now. So I take out the middle part, then I iron this two part only in the main design material. So after that, I cut this part too. So you can see how it turns out. Then I place the middle part on this plain material. So after ironing this side now, I cut it too. So now I'll head on to fold them. Just watch and see how I'll be folding them side by side close to the collar gum. Make sure you pay attention here now. And in every part, after folding it, I make sure I use hyming gum to hold it firm. So just observe it and see carefully. Just observe closely. After ironing this side, I won't be folding the down part of this pocket because I'll make sure I've sewed all the parts together before folding the down part of the pocket. So just observe and see how I'm folding it. This down side, I will leave it first for now. You understand? So yeah, as you can see now, after displaying it, just watch and see. I measured it now and everything came out at 3.5 inch, the initial width of this pocket. So firstly now, I'll make sure I add them gradually step by step. So just watch and see how I'll be joining them. So I first overlap this first part, overlapping it about 0.5 inch and measuring the side, making sure that the 1.5 inch for the first side came out perfectly, understand? So just observe closely. So after ironing the pocket, I displayed the last part too, but don't worry, I won't gum it yet till I sew this side. So next thing now, I open this part now. Remember, the design has a big triangle touch of the dark blue design at this side of the pocket. So I loosened it so that I can add it there. So firstly, I measured 1 inch. So I'm just cross-checking it at the real face, and I bend it back to mark it. So now I marked the 1 inch here. Just want to get it at the right angle, so I bend it gradually. Okay, it's going to do. So now I rolled it. So now I bring the blue material, then I place it underneath. Then I sewed it. Just watch carefully and see. After sewing it, just watch carefully and see what I will do next. Now I head on to iron it, you understand? Just watch and see how I will be doing it. After that, I open this part because I'm going to still plug in some hyming gum so as to hold it firm. This will bring out the beauty of the design here, you understand? See now, this is how it turns out to be. Then I turn it around to trim out the excess part of it. So just watch and see how I'll do it. So I followed it carefully. Then I fold back the main side now. I fold it close to the collar gum now. So I just carefully bend it to the main pocket shape before. Just follow carefully and observe what I'm doing. So here now, you see how the design is now. So I just bend this other part close to the collar gum. So before sewing it, I open this part a bit so as to give it a neat sewing there. Just watch and see what I'm sewing now. So I'll be sewing it carefully at the edge of this side of the pocket. Just following it at the tip, you understand? Then I raise this middle part of the design and I followed it inwards at this side, you understand? So now after sewing this side now, just see what I did now. Then I'll be sewing the blue side, the main middle part of the material. Just observe and see. So now I head on to fold this side with the iron first. We are almost getting to the end of the pocket design. Just stay tuned and see how it will look. So now you can see now, I'll be using hyming gum to add the last part of the pocket. Just watch and see how I will do it. So yeah, I ensure that I still use the tape to measure the 0.75 inch for the middle part of the pocket, you understand? Just using the tape to adjust it. Before I head on to iron it now, just watch closely. So you can see how beautiful it looks now. But next thing I did, I flip it around, then I loosen this part carefully because I'll be doing this sewing around up to the end of that side. So I head on to sew it now. So I followed it with a nice tiny stitch carefully. Just observe now and see what I did. Then I just re-ironed this side after sewing it. So as you can see now, then here now I folded the bottom part now. After folding it, I hemmed it with hyming gum. So now our pocket is ready. You can see how beautiful it looks. But one thing remaining, now I added the fancy button. You can see how it turns out. So now I'll be placing it on the shirt now. So I measured the length 8.5 inch for a normal length of a shirt. Just observe carefully and see. Then at this side, I measured about 3.25 inch at the top side and also at the bottom side. So just observe carefully. Then I went ahead to hem it carefully. So I'll be hemming this all through around the pocket side, you understand? Then I ironed it as well, you understand? Then I head on to sew it now. Just watch and see. Just make sure you are sewing it carefully using a tiny stitch. After that, you can see how the pocket turns out. So next now, I'll be sewing this collar which I created the tutorial on in this channel. So if you have not learned how I created this collar, do well to check the description. So here now, I went on to insert the collar. So just observe and see how I'll be inserting it. So I carefully place it close to the end point there, you understand? So just observe. Now I'll be sewing it carefully, sewing it at about 0.4 inch. Following it carefully. I'll be stopping the sewing now at the shoulder line. So after sewing it now, you can see how it looks. So next thing, I flip it to the other side now. I place it same close to the end. And I turn it carefully to sew it to hold it firm there. Just watch carefully. After sewing it now, I flip it around, turning it at the back side so that I can be able to sew it perfectly and carefully here. So as you can see now, following it gradually with the same inch. Just make sure you pay attention here and see how I will insert it, you understand? After sewing it now, I just cross-check this side. So just watch and see now. This will do. Then I flip it back to the other side. Then I plug it in very well. Then I head on now to sew it. Sewing it at tiny stitch as well. You understand? just following it carefully. Just observe and see how we sew it. So I make sure that I followed the curved shape carefully too. So just observe and see. Just sewing it at the tip. Just make sure you're careful here though. So after sewing it now, here's how it looked like. It came out well. So next thing now, I'll be ironing the collar now using this big material to wrap the collar around about it, you understand? This is to help the collar to form the nice curve shape, you understand? So just watch and see how I iron it. So while ironing it, make sure you follow each side carefully. So now I'm done ironing this part now. You can see how curved the collar turns out to be. So now, this will do. The next thing now, I'll be creating the handband for the sleeve. So first thing now, I measured the allowance of the sleeve, which is 1 inch. I marked it. Then the next one, the allowance for the dart, 1 inch as well. Then the remaining parts will be the width of my handband. So just watch and see how I'll be cutting the handband. So I folded this collar gum into 2 now and I pinned it. So I rolled the straight line now and I cut it through. So I'll be marking the width of the handband 2.5 inch all through. So I rolled it as well. Then I cut it. So I'll be replicating it on this other side. As you can see now, I've cut for the both parts. Then I'll be cutting the length of the handband. So as you can see now, I've cut for this part. I'll replicate it on the other handband. So after doing that now, I remove the pins now. So now I'll head on to iron the handbands. So now I place the first one. And I ironed it carefully. Just watch and see how I'll be ironing the both handbands now. After ironing it, I cut it through now. So as you can see now, at this part I'll be folding the bottom part of the handband. Just observe and see. So I did same for the other handband too. So now as you can see, now at this point I'll be marking 0.9 inch to create the angular design at the handband too. So I marked it on each side, on each four corners of this handband. So now I'll be placing the material below and sewing the line which I marked. So just observe and see all the sewing. So after sewing it now, just watch and see how I iron it. So now I will be bending it gradually to iron it. After ironing it, I will put hyming gum inwards to hold it firm as well. So just watch and see the whole process. So here now, I'm done ironing it. The next thing I did is to cut the interface. So just watch through and see how I did it. So I cut it now. Now I head on to sew the interface. Just observe and see how I'll be doing it, you understand? Just pay close attention here. So I just follow the stitch close to the collar gum. Make sure you are observing what I'm doing. Then done with that, next thing now, I'll just trim it close to the collar gum too, notching it carefully. This notching now will enable me to be able to interface it appropriately, you understand? So after sewing it, I went ahead to iron it now. So just follow through and see how I ironed it. Bending the interface carefully inwards, you understand? That's just basically what I did throughout this part here. So just observe and see. So after ironing it now, at this side I just trim it off, leaving the interface to be around about 0.4 inch there. Understand? Next thing now, I face these two sleeves opposite at each side. Then at this point now, I trim about 0.25 inch here, so as to give the sleeve a front and back face, you understand? So this side will enable it to be very much comfortable at the front side of the shirt. So as you can see now, this will be the left side of the sleeve. So on the sleeve we'll have like left and right. So now I head on to join it now. At this side I took out the right side of the sleeve because of the trimming I did there, you understand? So now I place it at the notch part here. Then I sew it using about 0.4 inch, sewing just 0.4 inch here. So just follow carefully and see how I sew the sleeve here. So after sewing this part now, I carefully flip it around. I continue the sewing with 0.4 inch as well, you understand? Just follow carefully and see. So now you can see how it turns out after sewing it. Now the next thing now, I turn the material backwards, you understand? I just flip it backwards here, so as to iron the sleeve which I just sewed, you understand? And this now is for a sleeve that you didn't really stitch it on top of this armhole side. It's most preferable for you to just like iron it so that it will lap well at the shoulder, you understand? So after ironing it now, you can see how it turns out, and this I will do also at the other sleeve. So next thing now, I head on to join the sleeve now, to join the body part. Firstly now, I measured about 3.5 inch. That will be my opening there. Then I marked the allowance, which is 1 inch, and I placed it there to sew it. So I'll be sewing 1 inch all through, you understand? Just follow your own measurement depending on how you measured it. So I followed mine carefully, marking the 1 inch. So I just marked the 1 inch here too at the body part, then I blend it with the chalk. So you need to be careful while sewing it. So as I'm sewing it, I'm making sure to hold the material well at the bottom so it will end up the same, so that it will end up equal, you understand? So here now, I measured 4 inch below here for the opening at the bottom side of the shirt. Then I hold it carefully and sew it. So now at this side now, I just loosened it a bit. It will help the sleeve to be free at the armhole side, you understand? Yeah. Just make sure you loosen it a bit. So yeah, now I head on to iron it. Before that, I ironed the sewing line here, so as to straighten the sewing here. So make sure while doing your press opening, just try to iron the sewing line before doing the press opening. So now I carefully arrange the material, then I press opened it. At the opening side here on the sleeve, I carefully ironed it. Got this sleeve, I didn't do any placket, so yeah, now I'll just put hyming gum to hold the side where I did the opening there. So now you can see how it turns out. Then here now I did the opening too. I pressed the opening at the bottom side of the shirt too. Just doing it same way as I did on the sleeve, you understand? So now next thing now, I head on to sew the handband. So I place the handband beneath on the lower side of this sleeve. So you can see I raised the opening carefully and marked about 4.5 inch here. So I stopped the sewing there. So now I flip it to the other side now of the opening. Then I join it carefully, making sure they are equal. And I place it on top to sew. Just sewing 0.4 inch all through. So now I arrange the dart now. I gave allowance for that. I just arrange the dart carefully, overlapping it on each other. So I sewed it together. Now I turn it around, I plug it in. Then I'll be sewing on top of it now. So now I carefully sewed it. Just observe and see. I make sure I plug it in very well, and I followed it carefully. After sewing it now, you can see how it turns out. So now, here is the first sleeve, and this is for the second sleeve. So now, here is our final result on this tutorial. So let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this style? Do you think you can try this on? If you think so, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorial on this. So now let's take a quick tour on the style. You can see now how the sleeve turns out to be. Look at the little design I put, just to keep the details of the design in uniform, you understand? Just see throughout the design and tell me what to think about it. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next tutorial.